Okay, here's my new thought here. The sound is created by the EPROMs. I don't know which one, I can't find the schematic. This is called P1. I can find some notations on P1 in the schematics, but it's very sparse and all over the place. It's not like I can find the schematics for this board, this cartridge board, unfortunately. I'm gonna try to, when I say try, you'll see why. I'm gonna try to lift out the ROMs and reseat them, clean them and reseat them. But I've noticed that several of them, like almost all of them, have been glued by some jackass in the past. Look at that. Look at that. Like somebody like hot glued the ROMs, EPROMs in place. Can you imagine being that stupid? I can't. I can't imagine being that dumb. Wow. So that's where I'm at with this. You know, I don't know. That's where I'm at. More alcohol. And make sure I put the notch where it's supposed to be. Put the you know, I'll literally cook it. I'll burn it out. It's wrong. I think these are the ones that have been glued in place. Again, by some absolute moron. They say March 19th, 1985 on them. Barely midway. Pretty cool. It'd be even cooler if I could dude, that glue is holding hard. I can't believe they did that. I'm afraid I'm gonna rip the socket out on the PCB. That's so dumb. How do you get rid of glue? It's like to the legs too. It's like they glued the legs into the socket. I'm literally gonna try to hammer through it. Here's the first piece of glue. Another huge chunk. Very acrylic, so I'm able to shatter it with force. Oh, big chunk just came off. This one that has the glue directly on it, really bad, right in the socket. Wow. Look at the glue on this thing. This is a leg that was glued. That's the socket. So there's like chunks of glue in there. Dude, what a nightmare. Just making sure the legs are clean. Try to get some of the glue off of them. Like that one pinhole in the socket is just infused all the way down. That is so crazy. Anyways, I'm going to continue. I have to break the seal on these other two as well. I'll be hammering with my screwdrivers. Okay, that's one half of that socket. Now we're going to do the other half. And what I do is, let's put the camera off a second. It's a technique I learned from my friend Jay. Basically, like, if this was what I'm soldering to, like that's the pin I need to reflow, or I need to solder to, you know, I need to add solder to, whatever it is. I take my iron, I lay it on the back, and I take my solder and I put it right in this crease right here, in between the two, because when you lay your iron there, it creates like a V right there, right in the middle of the V, and I just go right in the middle between the two, and I'm touching the pin and the iron at the same time. And then I take my iron and I drag it to the bottom to the pad for just a second, and I lift straight up and then away. That's what he showed me, and it's been working great for me. So I figured I'd just share that. So there's the first socket resoldered. We need to do like 4 of them, I think. Was it 3? Need to do 3 of them. So here I have the EPROMs. See them in there? So I need to do 3 of these sockets that have glue all in them, like actually filling up. Let's see if I can give you a shot. See that? Look how much glue that is. It's actually filling the hole where the pins go. That's the one I just reflowed. That second one. Next is the first one. I had to be careful because it's attached. This large trace on the outside right here. That first pin right there. And Jay told me that's, you got to be extra careful with those. So I got to do these 2, and then there's one here, the last one up there. That's this one here, right there, that I have to do. Alright, let's get back at it. We're going to do this front one. Trying to crack that glue underneath. See all that glue was in there? So I broke the socket off, that was part of it, with my wire cutters here. Just like compressed each side of it, you know, and it just broke out. See that? See how it's coming right out? Just where it's glued in this corner, it's stuck. Alright, rip the carriage off. Some of the pins stayed in, some of the pins came out, about half and half. So I got a bunch of glue on this board, some of these pins are glued in. There we go. Okay, that one's out. Going down the line. Hopefully this works out good too, this one. Yep. Nice. Right on. I can see through most of them. These last two are just completely filled with glue. That one's out. And the others come out really easy. That one's out. You know, they don't have glue, right? Okay, not sure if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna put a hot needle through the glue in the PCB. Well, hopefully I can melt through the glue, you know, break through it, because I can see through all the holes except for those. Everything's nice and clean. Alright, I was able to punch through the glue that time. Alright, so my technique is evolving by the minute here. I have the board standing up in this quick grip, little set of clamps. I have 3 pads that aren't empty. I'm going to put my iron on the pad on this side, and while the iron is there, I'm going to suck it out on this side at the same time. I'll get this set up. Toss the lead. Let's check it. Oh, beauty. Beauty. Perfect hole. I'll show you all the holes in a second when I'm done. Alright, now we're talking. This is how to get it done right here. Alright. Preload this. I'm soldering. Can you not come down here, please, hon?
Okay, so what I have left is these last two sockets I have to remove right here. Again, I already reflowed all this a little while ago, so I'm going to just throw my iron on there and just suck out the solder out of all those 56 pins. Then I'll start ripping stuff out. So I'll see you in a couple minutes when I'm done. Alright, I'm going to give you a close-up of my new style of using this. Came up with a really good way to use it. I've been using it really crappy this whole time. So what I've been doing is putting my iron, heating up the pad, getting it out of there, trying to find the spot, plunging. By then, you know, the solder's, you know, half of it's already hard again. I got to do it a couple times. Well, I have to do this one next. So I'm going to put the edge of it right on the pin. I'm sitting on the pin. I'm going to plunge. I put my iron right underneath, and then I just rock forward and plunge. Like this. Heat underneath, rock forward, plunge. It's really fast. So I'm going to do this one next. Let's hold the board still while I do it. Gets it every time. This one next. Again, I'm going to say to the moron who glued the sockets and the pins in, why, dude? Why? There it is. They're coming out now. It's taking me a little while to figure out a style that I like. Came out just as easy. Look at that glue on that pin. Look at that, dude. That's what I'm dealing with. Yeah, I'm getting fast, you know, getting consistent. It's getting easier. This is the first time I've had to remove sockets, so it's all new. I had to figure it out, you know. I asked my buddy Jay about it, and you know, I just tried to learn about it before I had to do it. Now we're really getting some work done, because finally figured out how to do it. And the glue, for the first time, added an extra challenge to the problem. Yeah, man, I'm cranking through these pins now. 2 left. 1 left. Done. Love it. Okay, that's good to go. I have one more socket to remove, and it's going to be the same as before. So I'm going to get that done, and I'll get back to you. Just going to drop the sockets in, solder them in. So we got ourselves a new socket. We are done. All the sockets are in. Nice, 3 brand new sockets. I drew it out. I took a picture too, but I drew it out and labeled it. And it's labeled anyways, ROM like AB23, AB01, you know. And there, AB23 is this one, AB01 is that one. So it should go in like that. AB23 in my paper, AB01. So AB23, there's the notch, there's the notch. So that's this one. Because they're like spring loaded kind of. Okay. Just going really slow. Making sure I don't bend any legs. I mean, I'm trying not to anyways, you know? That'd be like a complete nightmare. Alright, that one's in. AB23, AB23. Notch is where it belongs. Everything's good. Alright. AB01, AB01, AB01. Into its new socket. That's in. Okay, CD6EF should be the last one. CD6EF. CD6EF it is. Notches up, notches up. Last one. Alright, new sockets are in, EPROMs are in. Let's fire it up. I'll make sure the pins aren't bent or anything. Jay, I told him I checked them all and cleaned them all, but he's like, he kind of looked at me sideways like, one of those is bent. I'm like, dude, I checked them all. He's like, like, are you sure? I'm like, dude, I'm not lying. So there you go, Jay. Check them again for you. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm sure. I cleaned everyone with alcohol too. Still didn't work. Didn't fix it. Okay. Cartridge is in. Fire in the hole. I have garbage on the screen. Okay. Oh, no, okay, that's just one moment, please. There's like a little play in that board. You can kind kind of wiggle it around. Okay, so it worked on the sockets, but still no audio. I'm pretty sure, because I think I should be hearing track mode. It's coined out. No sound. But we did fix the steering when we broke the sound. Can't really see the steering wheels in the way. So, yeah, still no audio. Jay didn't think that the audio would come back from this. Whoa. Anyways, okay, so still no audio. Son of a... And he told me that like 90% of the time it's from something you touch. So... I don't know, I messed something up somewhere. Well, we successfully replaced sockets. And the game's reading, the EPROMs are working, the new sockets are working. The steering wheel works. That's what we're fixing when we broke the sound. This game is so amazing, I love it. This was my favorite game, like arcade cabinet, when I was a little kid. Alright, well thanks for joining me today, guys and gals of YouTube, some Mitch Wilderness Games. We successfully swapped out 3 sockets that were glued in place, insanity, and figured out how to do it. I had never done it before. By the end, I was a lot better at it than when I started. I will absolutely admit that. Kind of have a nice, system and technique for every step now, so I'm a lot faster at it. If it's your first time, just see how I did it, and it's really not a big deal. I was really intimidated by it, but it wasn't difficult at all. And I just got really fine solder. I bought .32, whatever they call it. It's like 32 seconds of an inch. What's the actual number? It's .032 diameter. It's the solder I got, .032. It's super fine. It's like really small. And so I was able to solder a very small pin because it was such a small amount. I mean, if I had a really fat solder, it would, my other one's way too wide. So that was kind of the key, I think. Well, I'll keep at this. See you guys in the next one. Later.